Hello there, and welcome to Roll on the Adventure, the show where we create role-playing games and play them. Today we're playing Primordia, the second part of our playtest.
And on a similar note, I sent one of my greatest alchemists and their attendants.
Oh, brilliant.
With basically this like sedan chair continually with strange chemicals and scents and smoke and stuff wafting out of it and the occasional small explosion.
Oh,
Has anyone got a clear look at this person through the smog?
all I'm thinking is, of course, the Harathi sent a sedan.
Stereotypes.
No.
So, Seven of Hearts is law book. How can we fit this in?
Okay, so we're looking for this demon, right? And we're trying to find out who maybe we're trying to find out the book, the summoning incantation, so we can reverse it.
Okay, that's okay.
So it doesn't have to be literally a book of the law, does it? So it could be we're trying to hunt down people that know
Okay.
enough lore from the old world to be able to summon this or something.
So again, is it law as in L-A-W or law as in L-O-R-E?
Yes, one of those two things.
What if it's a census book? So in this case,
Could
we're
be.
looking for records.
It's your call.
Okay, no, never mind. Okay, yeah, I'll be the storyteller in this and just roll along. Okay, so you find yourselves amidst Gordian lands. They're very, very high in contrast. On the beaches, things are very deserted in terms of environment.
Okay.
There's sand everywhere and barren lands. But there are inside the mainland. There are some oases.
Okay.
That surrounds one of the biggest cities of the Gordians, namely Gord.
Oh, right, we're in the capital.
And Gord, yes, so Gord is
Nice.
a big ziggurat, sort of brown marble city that stands in the middle of a very rich oasis. There is a temple of some sort that goes even higher,
Awesome.
and you can see it from far as you come and visit the mainland. So
It's good to be home.
I thought that Amu would greet the guys when they showed up, and then you went out to slay the demon.
Okay, yeah, I'm
not.
That's
anyway. Okay, so Amu is on the gates of the city, greeting the envoys from the other tribes.
My lords or ladies. He kind of looks a little uncertain for a second there before continuing. We must at once prepare to leave. I'm sorry that I cannot give you a grand welcome in this most magnificent of cities, but the time is of the essence. We believe that the cult is planning to poison the oasis.
Absolute silence from the Bremini enchanter just wanders up and hands you a long sword wrapped in fine silks.
Yeah, Amma bows and kind of nods to his retinue. Are you ready to leave? He says to the Harathi.
The sedan chair is kind of being remaneuvered, so it's pointing in the right direction.
You are going to be the sole talker in a group of people being silent.
I would give you experience points for that.
Don't worry, I've arranged a formal welcome for this evening.
You see a translator kind of whispering into the inside of the box.
Bremen listens to the translator.
The voice comes from inside. Indeed.
The sun is scorching around you, and you would better go to the oasis before it's too dark.
Yep, so we're going to set off. We've probably got a couple of dozen men with us, an elite detachment of guards, perhaps.
So you reach the oasis as 4 men with dark, very athletic horses stop you and say, you cannot pass.
Ha! Do you not know who I am?
We don't care who you are.
Very well, then I don't care who you are. And I'm going to draw my enchanter's sword and step into the fray.
So the figures produce some sort of knives, like cookery, and charge at you on horseback.
A hand reaches out from inside the box, throwing a glass sphere at them. As it tumbles in front of them, it hits the ground and explodes, shattering glass shrapnel and flames onto anyone nearby.
Awesome.
More of the Bremeny silk just appears and begins fluttering like butterflies, cutting them down like knives.
Awesome.
No.
You see that the horse is terrified at the explosion of the alchemical compounds, and what they were trying to protect is a dark hooded figure that's chanting some arcane incantation over a well.
Well, that doesn't sound good. And he kind of looks at the enchanter and then at the alchemist.
The Bremeny just walks forward, puts a single finger nail into the middle of the ritual in front of the chanting figure and draws a long scratch through it, completely jarring the flow of magic.
You hear the figure when you see the figure's face. It just black smoke that emits a terrible screech when you disrupt it, and it fades into a purple mist and then to nothingness as it takes its way and disappears.
Is it dead?
Seems to be just absent. I think you just spoiled its.
Oh, that was in character to our.
Sorry, mate.
The Bremeny enchanter just hisses and goes and hides under the sedan chair.
Yeah, I wanted to be out of the sun as well.
That too.
There's a burst of smoke and fumes from the sedan chair as the occupant gets out, fully clad in robes and veil, so you can't see any of their face or body. So they slowly make their way towards the oasis and begin pouring various chemicals and magical bits into the water, trying to purify it.
You know, he kind of he sets his men in a perimeter, things like that. You know, goes about his job effectively.
Awesome. So the scene is resolved. So the sums were 7 of hearts, 5 of spades, and 9 of clubs, which means it's a success.
Shouldn't we have 4 cards?
And success.
Woo.
And we should.
So it was 4 cards.
Yeah.
7 of hearts.
What did I miss?
4 of hearts. 5 of spades.
4 of.
And 9 of clubs.
So we've got a total of how many black and how many red?
That's 11 red against 14 black.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah.
So now we reveal the cards that we put in. I only bet an 8 of diamonds because I get rid of it somehow.
Okay. Joel, what did I bet? My notes are all wonky. Joel is silent.
Chris?
I gambled the 8 of clubs.
Oh wow! So you've got 8 progress.
Yeah, I actually scored points. And...
Woo!
I think I 2 of hearts, so I don't get any points in this.
No, we get no points because we thought it was going to fail.
Okay, so that's it for the round, I think.
We just need to find out what Joel bets, and then we're good. Then we need to draw cards.
My apologies. I bet the 7 of spades.
Oh wow! So so you've got 7 progress.
But we also have hidden rolls to account for, so we need to keep track of all of these.
Yeah, I've not. Okay, so now the fallen one draws 1 card from the discards.
One moment. Very hard to notate when you're not used to drawing card suite symbols on a regular basis. 1 from the discards.
Yeah.
Give him a quick shuffle, and the fallen one draws the ace of spades.
Spades, so it gets no points. If anyone's got the Queen of Spades, which Joel does,
Hello.
they get a point of progress.
Huzzah.
Cool.
Right, is everybody keeping track of their hidden totals as well?
No, it should only be public totals.
Oh, it's
if
just
you
the public total.
gain points, you turn over your face down card.
Yeah, you intervene. You've got points.
Right, not a problem. Right, so the rest of these get shuffled together. I have got the others discarded somewhere. Where did I put those?
So, Chris and Joel, what are your totals?
1.
Currently on 8 progress.
Demetrius?
0.
0. And I'm also on 0.
Okay.
Well played, Chris. Right. So it's we're going to draw back up. So, Joel, do you want to handle that?
We need new rolls to begin with.
We'll do that when we do the draw phase, though. Because we only get rid of the face down one, so we don't need to really do much about that.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, let's give everything a shuffle. We'll go again if I draw mine
You're first.
first. Yeah, so if everybody mutes. Okay, so for the purposes of the tape, I am drawing the 10 of hearts, the 2 of diamonds, and the 5 of spades. Let us get purple in.
Sorry, press the wrong button.
Right. Your 3. 1.
So what's my new roll?
Oh, your new roll.
New roll
that's a good point.
first.
I didn't do mine. Let's quietly tuck that away. Your new roll to be.
Ooh, secrecy.
Your new roll is
Go on.
Queen of Hearts, and I'm sure you will make.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty horrible.
You will make a beautiful Queen of Hearts.
It's more that that does well when the fallen does well. So
So that replaces your King of Clubs. Yes.
no, I should only be drawing 1 because my Queen of Clubs stays, and then my Queen of Hearts is the new one to replace my old one.
Okay, so your new hand, the 9 of Hearts,
9 of Hearts. Ooh,
the Ace of Clubs, and the 6 of Spades.
Ace of Spades. That Ace of Spades loves me.
No, it's the Ace of Clubs. It's the 6 of Spades.
Oh, 6 of Spades. Oh, that's considerably different and considerably better.
You've still got the 10 of Spades.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's considerably better.
Right, let's get Chris. Okay, Chris.
Ooh.
First things first, your new role is the Jack of Spades.
Okay.
So you're now twice Jack. And your new hand of cards, the 3 of Hearts, the Ace of Diamonds, and the 4 of Clubs.
Sorry, what you cut off part way through for the second two. So the 3 of Hearts.
3 of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds, and 4 of Clubs.
Ace.
In addition to the 6 of Hearts
4 clubs.
that you already had.
Okay, yep. And my role is now the Jack. Okay.
Okay, let's get Demetrius.
All right.
Okay, so first things first, your new role is the King of Diamonds.
Tell me again, sorry, you were muted.
Sorry, the King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds, thank you.
There we go. And your new hand of cards. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully it will not be the same as last time.
Okay.
Slightly different. You have the Ace of Hearts, the 9 of Spades,
Okay.
and you have the other Joker.
Okay.
So you can, if you wish, force another leadership change. And let's do the sensible thing. And
I have to. I don't think it's optional.
this is true, yeah. So a new leadership change. And to replace that, because we've already established it needs to be replaced straight away, the 5 of Clubs.
So 5 of Clubs, 8 of Hearts. I'm missing. Please repeat.
It's Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts.
And the 9 of Spades.
9 of Spades. Ace as in 1.
Ace as in
hearts.
1, and the 5 of Clubs, and you've already got the 7 of Clubs.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, let's get everyone back in.
Summon everyone. Yep.
Okay. So
the moot.
Okay.
Everyone done?
Cool.
All right. So you see
King Laruk.
Yeah, should we do? So I have. All right. So I got the Joker again.
Okay.
So
I swear I'm not rigging this.
do we do in character changing of people, or should I introduce a new character right now?
I think we should leave it. I think that in this case, because we've just swapped, I think it'd be a bit weird.
To swap again.
Or if you want, you could always swap out and make Amur the new leader because of his heroism, totally killing a demon.
Oh, I
or
see.
something. I don't know. It's up to you.
So yeah, okay. So
In which case, we would change the leader of the council. But let's say, I think that it's going to be a bit weird if we've just done one. We've just had a change.
I'll fix you. Okay. So you see Amu sitting on the council chair, not in the leadership position. He's just sitting on one of the other chairs, gesturing you to sit down as he seems very somber and sad.
Oh, okay.
Granny Stacks will stand. She is not being told to sit down by some unknown.
My name is General Amu. I'm one of King Laruk's oldest and closest friends. Sadly, the Fallen One has bestowed a curse on the king, and he's very sickly, he's feverish, and cannot stay awake for more than 40 minutes.
A curse. Most vile.
That is most unfortunate. He was a talented leader.
Aram is going to be kind of suppressing a bit of a smirk when Cerelia says that.
Okay. I understand that General is not worthy to sit at your table, but as long as our king is incapacitated, I will be representing my tribe.
So, you believe this to be the work of the cult that summoned the demon?
I think it is the sorcerer.
Curse assails the king. A demon infests your cities. Is it truly the fault of the Bremini people that the Gordians suffer so much? A demon attacks the Gordians. A curse afflicts their king. Can it truly be the fault of the Bremini people that you suffer so much?
Are you implying something?
I imply everything.
Either way, we are bound in this council by the will of the gods. As much as some of us would wish it were not so, but this is our destiny. We are bound together. I, for one, are not willing to allow Gordia to fall.
We've shown that we can, when we work together, defeat the forces that assail us. We managed to travel to the desert lands and destroy the foul beast there that was attempting to poison and weaken.
My scouts have reported activity on the edges of the desert. It may be this cult.
Then we must strike right now, immediately, while the iron is still hot.
I agree.
Yes, before this becomes more of a problem.
But
I will get you our highest priest, the priest of the Temple of Gordia himself. He's a shaman. He can give you all the assistance in dispelling this foul demonic spawn.
Valon knows that area like the back of his hand. His tribe shall aid you.
We've recently managed to develop a more refined form of explosive alchemy than has previously been seen. I'm sure that will be of some aid.
Oh my God, Chris, yes.
I am the most skilled bone reader of my entire people. I shall assist the task force personally and read their fortunes as they travel.
I appreciate this, Aram says, nodding to Granny Stacks. You guys will know that this is on the edge of the Malmasar lands, and it's kind of troubling him.
Too close to home.
So yeah, are we ready?
I think so. Should we do cards?
Yeah. So, Joel, you're going to do yourself first, and then do it
I will
last.
do myself first. Yeah, so if everybody deafens.
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm Jack of Diamonds. I think what I want to commit is the 5 of spades to the bet, the 10 of hearts to the commitment, and the 6 of diamonds as my discard. And let's hope that that gets drawn by the Forsaken one. Purple. Let's get you back in.
Okay, right.
Okay.
I am going to go high risk, high reward in this.
Ooh.
I am going to be discarding the 9 of hearts.
Discarding the 9 of hearts.
Yeah. Which could come to bite us in the ass, but even if the enemy draws it, I'm going to be getting a point anyway.
Exactly.
So I'll no longer be last. I am going to be committing the 6 of spades, and I'm going to be risking the 10 of spades, because this sounds like I reckon people are going to put in on this. So
only one way to find out. Right, so that's the ace of clubs going back into your hand.
The ace of,
Let's get Chris back.
No problem.
Ah, there we are.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can, yes. Can you hear me?
Cool. Yep.
Good, right.
Sorry, I didn't see anything pop up on the chat. Anyway, yep. So I am contributing the 4 of clubs.
Contributing 4 of clubs.
I'm discarding the 3 of hearts.
Discarding the 3 of
gambling
hearts.
the ace of diamonds.
Say again?
Contributing the 4 of clubs, gambling the ace of diamonds, discarding the 3
Ace
of
of
hearts.
diamonds. There we go. Right, okay. Now I'm with you.
Yep.
Right.
Cool.
Demetrius next. There we go.
Mwahahaha.
Right. What are you going to do?
Okay, so I'm going to bet my ace of hearts,
Mwahahaha.
and I'm going to claim my 7 of clubs.
That's committing, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And discarding?
Discarding the 9 of hearts.
9 of spades.
Yep.
Okay. So that leaves you with the 5 of clubs. The entire commitment then is the 7 of clubs, the 4 of clubs, the 10 of hearts, and the 6 of spades.
Should we summon everyone else?
Yeah, now that you know what you've got, yes, we can.
Okay.
Am I still the leader?
Yeah.
For now, yes.
Okay. Joel, can you repeat these numbers, please? Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed them.
We have the 7 of clubs, the 4 of clubs, the 10 of hearts, and the 6 of spades.
Okay, I see much more commitment now. That's good. So this is definitely a success.
Right. So who are we going to be going to wipe out this court? I am assuming, Joel, you're wanting to play Granny Stacks.
Oh, Granny Stacks herself is going for this one.
Yeah, it's serious business.
Okay, I will be putting General Amu to the mix.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, the shaman. Okay, I'll be the shaman.
Okay.
Named.
Okay. I will be playing Karith, the leader of a small corps of grenadiers.
Cool. And I'll be Cal, who is like a tribal leader. So he's also a tribal, like their shaman. He's got like his masks and things. He speaks in tongues and stuff like that. He wields like a machete type thing. He's very, very skilled with it. And there'll be a bunch of trackers with you as you go to exterminate this cult. So what do we see? So it was on the edge of the desert, as it kind of goes to the foothills of the mountains.
Okay, perhaps there's a cave, a grotto.
I know this place. It was a site of a great battle during the war.
Indeed, you can see that there are still empty graves, like rudimentary gravestones that were just put up to signify the loss of so many souls in the war.
Yeah, Cal curses. They would defile a sacred place of our people.
This is why we need to intervene fast. The unnamed one replies, if they do the dark magic on the bodies of the dead, they're going to raise an army like one we've never seen before.
The sooner this wickedness is purged, the better the world will be. This looks like a suitable place to destroy this evil.
So
Granny Stacks moves amongst the emptied out graves, re-sanctifying the ground, eyeing up everybody as they sort of look at her with unkindness.
Cal is again someone who fought in the war. He'll know of Granny Stacks and again be quite respectful. Because if Aram trusts her, then that's good enough for him. But yeah, his people are going to be they're beginning some sort of like shamanic rite. They're going into the war trance. Once they go into it,
Awesome.
They're not getting out of it until the battle's over. There's going to be no retreat, no surrender.
The shaman gets one of his very many pouches that he holds, and he opens it up and he shows his hand inside, and from within he seems to be holding some sort of green paste, and he makes some marks on his face, and he beckons you, gesturing to come closer so that he can apply the war paste on all of you to go and defeat the civil.
Yeah, so everyone is getting into this sort of battle mode effectively. So
Okay.
So is it going to be Cal leading the charge, or is it going to be Granny Stacks who takes the
I
initiative?
think Granny Stacks is more the take charge. So I think as Cal, as somebody reaches up to try and put war paint on her, she just walks past and straight into the cave, sort of holding out this lantern that she keeps staring at and whispering into as like little knuckle bones burn inside.
Okay. What's in the cave, Demetrius?
You see a being made from the same black smoke as the one that Amu previously fought, but this one is different. This is not wearing clothes and robes of an enchanter. This is clad for battle, has leather armor and a helmet made in the shape of a skull.
So what's Granny's first thing going to be?
I think perhaps to blow into the lantern, casting a single wave of green fire in front of her.
Awesome.
And to simply step back and watch the results as soldiers course past her.
Yeah, the Malamazi are gonna just run past her. They're in the trance. They don't have a battle cry. They're like unnaturally quiet. They're like ghosts.
The Harathian methodically going room to room, tossing grenades in, basically exploding everything, and then moving on to the next, hiding behind heavily reinforced shields to protect themselves from the blast.
So you're clearing out the rest of the compound.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The shaman just waves his hand in the air, chanting some sort of incantation to try to be sure that the spirit and the dark essence of this thing is repelled forever.
The only sound the Malamazi are making is the sort of the sound of metal ringing against whatever this thing's armor is made of.
Okay, it should be hide of some sort.
It's more going to be like dull thuds and things.
Okay, so our sums are pretty clear that this is a success.
Cool. So it gets dragged down. I think it's only fair that we give Granny Stacks sort of the killing blow. What do you think?
Yep.
I think the Malamari would have had the killing blow. I think she'd be more concerned with lifting the curse against King Luruk. So I think once all of the fighting and hewing died down, she seeks out the source of whatever plagues what was once a friend, and it puts her every effort into alleviating his suffering from this remote horror visited upon him.
When this creature dies, behind a sort of a gemstone, a really dark gemstone that perhaps is the source of all evil.
Burnt, gone,
Ooh.
in the lantern, in the fire. Granny Stacks is having none of it. It is getting immolated in dark Bremeny magic.
Cool.
The rest of the compound's getting fairly heavily destroyed as well. Pretty much all of the underground area has been collapsed in on itself. Stop anyone else setting up camp here.
The Malabarsi are going to be burying their dead. It wasn't without cost, this victory.
Okay.
Okay.
So, let's have a look at the commitment then, shall we?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I bet.
So, committed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we draw one for the fallen.
Oh, one for the fallen. Yeah. Shuffle it up. And it is the 9 of spades, which is excellent for me.
It's what, sorry?
The 9 of spades, which is excellent for me.
Okay, cool. So it doesn't get any points. Great.
Marvelous. Right. That to one side.
So what did people bet?
And
I bet hearts.
Okay.
the ace of hearts. We have the ace of diamonds. 1 second.
That's for me.
We have the 5 of spades and the 10 of spades.
Oh yeah, 10 of spades, baby.
10 of spades.
Damn.
I've gone from last to in the lead.
Yeah, you've pretty much run away with this at this point.
Nope, it could all change. Anything can happen in the next half hour or so. Right then, so Joe, as master of the cards, could you give us our draws and let us know if anyone gets Joker? And Joel has run away.
No, Joel is literally
Okay.
just sat back down in his chair.
Okay, so we need new cards, Joel.
Please keep
I'm
this
keeping
in.
this in.
Please keep this in.
Okay, I am going to ask you all to mute yourselves, and I will draw myself first. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So my new hand is the 8 of spades, the 8 of hearts, and the 2 of hearts, adding to my 2 of diamonds. Let us get Dave back into the mix.
Okay.
Okay. Your new hand of cards,
Yeah.
in addition to the 5 of clubs,
The what of clubs?
you have the 9 and the ace of spades.
9. I've got the ace of spades again.
You've got the ace of spades again.
I should just have a
I
permanent.
swear I
section for
shuffled
that.
all of this.
Right. So, sorry, was it ace of clubs? You said I should have had.
You've got the you already have the ace of clubs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wanted to double check. Because you said 5.
Yep. The ace of spades.
Yeah.
The 9 of spades, and finally the 7 of diamonds.
7 of diamonds. Oh.
7 of diamonds.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Okay, Chris. 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Hello. Right. If you're sitting comfortably, I shall begin. You have the 10 of hearts, the 4 of clubs, and the 7 of clubs.
What was the first one? 4 clubs, 7 clubs, and
Okay, so if I go through your whole hand, you should have already had the 6 of hearts,
6 of hearts. Yep,
7 of clubs, 4 of clubs,
4 and 7.
and the 10 of hearts.
Yeah, sorry, just cut off what the number of hearts was.
Right, my apologies, yeah. Okay, let's do Demetrius.
No, sorry, what was the number of hearts again?
Oh, sorry,
Just
10.
cut it off.
It was the 10 of hearts.
10.
10.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. 1, 2, 3. And you have the 6 of spades,
6 of
the
spades.
6 of diamonds, and
How many of diamonds?
6 of diamonds,
6 of
and
diamonds.
the 3 of hearts.
3 of hearts. And still with 5 clubs. Is
Still the
correct?
5 of clubs, absolutely.
Yep.
Bookkeeping's not too bad on this side. Right, let's get everybody back in.
Okay.
Right. So, did anyone draw a Joker?
No jokers.
Nope.
So, in the wake of that victory, General, is it going to be General Amu or Or is it going to be King Laruk back?
Yeah, it's Gerald. I think that King Laruk recovered after the destruction of the evil gemstone.
Okay. So is he going to be back in charge of the council?
I think so. If this is all right with you.
I mean, it's cool with me.
Okay. So you see King Laruk presiding on the council once more. He's sitting on the leadership chair, and he smiles at everyone. Very happy to see you recovered from his illness.
Granny Stacks is the last to enter, walks in with an outstretched fist and places in King Laruk's open hand blackened shards of gemstone.
I can never thank you enough for this. I think you saved my life.
I know. And she takes a seat.
Right. So, why have you called us here? Is it just to give thanks?
More than this, I think that I have found the location of the Fallen One's lieutenant, and I think that this is he who has created all this damage, all this savagery that has plagued our land and our nations.
Tell me, how did you come by this information?
When I was under my illness, I had visions, I had dreams, and I dreamt of a small village in the Harathi land, and I saw that he was hiding there, trying to survive because his forces have been decimated.
We have them on the back foot.
I think this is the final.
Surya, have your people been harboring the Fallen One all this time? You alone seem to be untouched.
I have done my part and more. Have you not seen the alchemists and warriors I have sent with you? If there are some amongst my folk that have fallen, it is no doubt far fewer than yours, but we must hunt them out and purge them with fire. None of your weak-mouthed talk of attempting reconciliation. They have fallen to the Dark One and must die for their sins.
And then you hear the mic drop.
Out of character. Shots fired.
Oh, yeah.
That was good, Chris.
Oh,
Well done.
wow.
And what aid do you need of us?
I think that if we locate this man and we kill him, then we eradicate all instances of the
Good.
fallen
In
one.
that case, I believe I know what I must do. I shall send one of my most talented sorcerers. He can read the signs of birds. He can fly with them. And he shall track this man down for you without fail.
I appreciate your aid. As this is within my own lands, and we shall use our finest soldiers to hunt down all that swear allegiance to this foul evil and destroy them forevermore.
My shaman shall join you. The last time his contribution was really important, and he tells me that he has found a way to enchant this creature so that he hurts
Good.
nobody again.
I shall warn you, though. My sorcerer is more bird than man now. He is deep within his mask.
Okay.
My people, my loyal people, are still scattered throughout all lands. They shall be your eyes and your ears wherever you go. Look for them. They shall bear horns upon their heads.
A trap for the enemy. Good.
Granny Stacks, again, I cannot thank you enough for your help in relieving me of my illness.
No doubt you will find a way.
So, there is much to be done. Preparations must be made.
And scene.
Okay, great. So, Joel, do you want to do the same thing again then?
Well, I've already got my cards laid out in front of me, so yeah, let's make a start. If everybody would kindly mute. Okay, one final push for a few points in my part. I have committed the 8 of hearts. I have bet the 2 of diamonds, and I have discarded the 8 of clubs. Let's get Dave back in.
Okay, so
All right.
I am going to be contributing the ace of spades.
Contributing the 8 of spades.
I will be risking the 9 of spades, and I will be
Risking
discarding.
the 9 of spades.
Oh, do I go for the call plot? I'm going to go for the call plot, and I am going to risk the discard the 7 of diamonds.
Discarding the 7 of diamonds.
I mean, I would like to make it very clear that that is a completely stupid thing to do, because it means that it could make the enemy win, but it's going to be so cool. So I'm going to do it.
Let's go for the awesome play. Awesome. Let's do Chris's.
Ready?
What's it to be? What are you putting down?
So I am contributing the 4 of clubs.
4 of clubs. Yep.
I am gambling the 7 of clubs.
Gambling the 7 of clubs. And?
Discarding the 6 of hearts.
Discarding the 6 of hearts. Okay.
Finally getting rid of that one.
Okay, last one.
Hello.
Hello. Right, last hand.
Okay, so I will contribute my 6 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds.
And I will claim my 5 of clubs.
5 of clubs. This is being gambled, yes?
Yes.
Yep. And discarding?
And discarding my 6 of spades.
Discarding the 6 of spades. I like that a lot. Told you you'd find a way to pay back Granny Stacks. Okay. Okay, so the total contribution then, give it a quick shuffle so you can know the order, is the 8 of hearts, the 4 of clubs, the ace of spades, and the 6 of diamonds.
Tell me the spades again, sir.
The ace of spades.
Sorry, you've been cut. Could you
Sorry,
repeat this,
it
please?
is
Sorry.
the ace of spades.
Ace of spades.
Yep.
4 of clubs, ace of spades.
8.
6 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds, and the 8 of hearts.
And 8. Again, you've been cut off, so sorry.
Sorry, it's the 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Let's get everyone in.
Everyone back?
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to say, shall we ask Chris for a little bit more detail about the Harathi lands?
Okay. So the Harathi lands are on the edge of quite a large mountain range.
Is that the one where the Malamasi live?
Yeah, keep everything close together.
Cool, so we are neighbours. That's kind of interesting.
I've been assuming we're relatively close to actually meet up and stuff. But there's quite a few mines and mine holdings going further up into the hills, but the more travelled and densely populated bits are quite fairly regulated. A lot of the settlements are quite regularized. They've got a very hierarchical society, so a lot of the towns and villages are laid out and organized in quite similar fashions, and you can tell most of society's class by looking at them. All the roads and stuff are fairly well maintained. A lot of towns and villages kind of have small factories on the outskirts from creating their strange alchemy, explosives and mining materials for further up in the mountains.
Cool. So
I imagine
that
fugitive.
Oh, sorry, Joel.
I was going to say, I imagine that avalanches are a common problem on Harathi territory.
Yes, especially with all of the recent explosives.
So, Demetrius.
Okay, so the results are in, and we got 14 in reds and 5 in blacks. So it's a failure.
God damn it.
Should we play this
Yeah,
out?
go for it.
Tell us a story.
Okay, so as you approach the remote village that the lieutenant of the fallen one has been hiding in, you realize that there's a foul stench in the air. You can smell a lot of death here.
So yeah, the bird man kind of is currently, as far as you can tell, just an ordinary crow that just seems very intelligent and has been sort of met up with you and has been following you.
Is he in the size of a regular crow?
Yeah,
Okay.
just looks like a crow.
Okay. So as you keep going towards the village, you can see that where in the past there was a small fence that surrounded the village. Now there's a pile of corpses, all impaled in the wood of the fence. Just a whole fence of bodies, trying to keep everyone at distance. There is foul evil going on.
The crow takes flight and tries to survey the scene from the sky.
So from above, you can see that most of the village is quite empty. There are no bodies. There are only a few bodies here and there. Most of them have been used to surround the village in manner I described before. There is one larger hut than than the other huts, and there's a white puff of smoke coming from one of the coming from an opening.
Okay.
Something that feels like a elementary chimney.
Okay. So the crow is going to fly back down and sort of scratch out a vague map in the dirt, kind of pecks at one of the hut that's got the smoke coming out of it.
You can.
Okay.
I was going to say the crow can also see a pair of these horned agents of Granny Stacks already sifting through and sort of gathering information. They're sifting the dust through their fingers and smelling it.
Mm-hmm.
All of the Harathi soldiers look quite disturbed by the array of bodies and the destruction here. They begin readying their weapons.
Is anyone going to approach? Is anyone going to? What's the status of the group?
Well, the Bremini agents are already there. They're sort of already arrived in the village, scattered around, keeping relatively out of sight, but the crow would have been able to see them.
Mm.
As you move towards the insides of the village, you see the stains of blood on the ground and in some of the stones that form the pathways of the village. The carnage here is too great. From the hut, you can hear something boiling.
Okay. One of the horned Bremini will sort of approach the sort of approaching small Harathi army and beckon them inside, while the other very carefully looks for the bubbling sound.
Okay, so you're going to use your previously established ways in to get us through the cordon.
Naturally.
Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Already tainted with demon blood. They can't do much to us.
Okay. So the fire in the hut is the one that makes the sound. The door is still closed. Nobody seems to be reacting to your to your approach.
Ah.
Are you going to crash the door down, or to go in stealthily? Or
Neither one of which is our style. It's on the Harathi to come in and join us.
The Harathi just start, rampaging through the place, looking to see what's going on, and things start going up in flames.
Bombs everywhere.
okay, as the Harathi start, being loud, you see the door in the hut breaks open, and you see a man-shaped figure. You cannot see the facial features that it has. He has. He's covered in some sort of bloodied fabric. His face looks like a red mummy of some sort, crimson and black, and he is holding a wand, a wooden wand that seems to be really darker than it should be. Your eyes almost deceive you, and suddenly you just see a white flash, coming from the tip of the wand as your forces are disintegrating. In just a few seconds, you feel that there's no hope left, and then you die. See.
Ooh.
Ah,
Mm.
bad scene. Bad scene.
It's 14 against 5.
Yeah.
Pretty disastrous.
It's not even close.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
Okay.
Shuffling the discards and dealing 2 to the fallen one.
Come on, we can still win this.
The 8 of spades
Yes.
and
Cool.
the 6 of spades, both of which go to Granny Stacks.
Oh, so we've. Oh God. Right.
The Queen of Spades.
Bitch.
Yes. So you've got 2 points, so you're on 3. And the fallen didn't get any points from that.
Standing in the
Yep.
throne room, Granny Stacks is holding one of the many enchanted swords, not the throne room, the council chamber, which she drops into the onyx-encrusted floor and splits it open.
Ooh.
Cliffhanger!
Yeah. Is everyone else there?
King Laruk is there. Yeah.
Not by Granny Stacks' invitation, I can tell you that.
So is it Granny Stacks who's called the council?
No, she has not called anyone. She was just there to split open the crust.
Oh, okay.
She's been siphoning power the whole time. Short version, I'm on 11 points. You've still beaten me.
Yeah. So Aram's going to turn up. He's got a crow on his shoulder. What is the meaning of this?
This does not concern you any longer, Aram. This is between me and the fallen.
He kind of slams the spear, like the butt of the spear, onto the floor. It concerns the fallen. It concerns me.
You need to stop, Granny. Please, don't do anything rash.
Laruk, how on earth did you get here?
I summoned them.
What do you mean?
You think you're the only one who can see into places others can't?
I thought I was the only one standing in this room until a few moments ago. Clearly, I have underestimated your abilities.
This is usually the case.
What is the meaning of this, Granny?
I would have thought the meaning would be fairly obvious, and as some purplish energy twists up and around the sword she's dropped into the floor, it's coursing into her and along her arms.
Okay, at this point,
Diplomacy has fallen apart.
Aram drops into a combat stance, and he's going to just advance.
Yeah.
The tip of the spear of the mountain is going to be heading for Granny Stacks.
And because you've won, it's going to go straight through her frail old lady chest.
Laruk is taking some magical dust from a pouch that he's hiding beneath his very elaborate crimson cloak, and he just turns invisible as the dust falls on him. It's a it's a trick.
And a legion of Harathi soldiers come through. Explosions everywhere as the credits roll.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
That is a very
Cool.
interesting concept.
Yeah, I think that worked out. I have got my 10. So who got how much progress?
8, I think. Yeah, 8.
I got absolutely 0.
By my count, 9.
Cool. And I got 10. So
Excellent.
cool. That was pretty damn cool. I did
Yeah.
like the whole granny turning at the end. That was like I wasn't sure if you were going to do it because it was far too telegraphed.
She's been screwing everybody over since the beginning. I've been pouring failures into this in the hopes of drawing more and more for the fallen.
Oh, wonderful.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it actually
So,
worked really nice.
Yeah, that will pull together really well.
Yeah, I had some fun with that. I think we could make a couple of tweaks maybe before the next game, but points wise, it was pretty close. If I hadn't have got that 10 and actually managed it, which I could have easily failed
That could have been the end of the world.
then I wouldn't that well. Also, I put a red card into that pot at the end, so it could have been the forward on 16 very easily.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it's quite a swingy game, but I think it probably sort of settled down a bit.
I think it's something you play more to find out the story rather than because you're ruthlessly gunning to win.
I was more justifying my playing to win by story.
Yeah.
So-
But it's like if you just continually get nothing but red, because like in the first hand I had literally nothing but red cards.
right.
You could just get unlucky, and if you get very few black cards, you're kind of screwed on points.
Yeah. I think that the 9 of hearts that the fallen drew was mine. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was keeping just like the good cards for myself. Oh man, it was fun. There was a bit of tactical stuff in there. We didn't end up with any ties in the end, but I think it didn't seem to be a problem.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seemed to all work fairly well. I think we will readdress the point of ties as and when we come to them.
Yeah. Demetrius did end up in charge for a lot of the time. How did you find it?
It was all right. It's an usually prepare a lot before the actually facilitate things like this.
Yeah.
But I think that without the stress of filling the empty filling the silence for the podcast, it would be like in person play even better, I think.
Ah,
but
cool.
it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had fun with it. Right then, so we've been a roll on the adventure, and I don't think we've got much time for anything else, so we better head off. All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.